We're here tonight to celebrate the career of the most famous woman in the world, Pamela Anderson. Pam Anderson is a legend. She has dated Scott Baio, the singer from Poison, and the drummer from Motley Crue. Her life story should be a show on VH1 called I the 80s.
Excellent. There you go. Lisa Lampanelli, some of her comedy there in the studio. What was little Lisa thinking?
No, you know what? During that Pam Anderson roast, that is interesting you even played that out of nowhere, because that's one of those roasts that, by the way, that's the one that made my career actually take off because everybody watched it. And I started just doing theaters right after that one. I felt so sorry for Pam Anderson. That's why I took it easy on her, because there were a bunch of guys there and they were so Me Tooing her before Me Tooing became a thing. And I was just watching her, and part of me, because I'm an insult comic, part of me was like, hee hee hee. But the other part was like, oh my God, some of these jokes are really hurting
poor
her
woman.
feelings.
Yeah.
And she kind of had tears in her eyes, and I've always had something in for the underdog. And she's always felt to me like an underdog, like she's trying hard. She really wants to be a good person. So I took out every joke I had on her boobs, on her butt, on her, supposed sexual forays, and I just kept them to sort of cleanish, good humor like that. But boy, that one, I looked at her.
Was she really on the verge of tears?
I thought she was.
Yeah.
Is that, you know what, Lou, I'm an intuitive. I like can sense. I can sense you're on the verge of tears about your father. I can sense Ramon behind us. The guy filming. He's like sad that his parents didn't make it over and he did. No, but it's pretty interesting, that roast, because it sort of opened my eyes to, wow, I'm not a heartless bitch after all. I mean, a little bit, but not as much as one would think.
I just find your personal growth disturbing.
I know.
Because
I
apologize.
apologize. I wish I could have stayed the same for you.
It's like looking in a crystal ball and going, oh no, am I going to have to do this?
No, you don't have to, because you found a woman who'll put up with you, haven't you?
Right, I have.
Your kids seem to think you're nice. I follow you on Instagram.
Sure, yeah.
So you've deluded yourself and them into thinking you're a prize, when in fact you're not. But no, you're a good guy. Listen, this is the whole point of coaching. If you don't think anything's wrong with your life, you don't have to fix it. That's what's so funny. You start every call in coaching with what's troubling you today. Hey, if somebody says, you know what, I'm fine, you go, good, cha-ching, I earned $1. You know what I mean? It's good. Hang the hell up. So, dude, you don't think, what troubles you? Nothing, right?
No, nothing.
Well, that was a pause and an eye look away.
Yeah, it's like, we don't do me.
Yeah.
We don't psychoanalyze me.
Oh yeah, we do.
I get very uncomfortable. I don't care for it. Not one bit.
Uncomfortable is good. Ethan, as
I want to talk about
there's comfort, there's discomfort,
No.
and people have to become comfortable with it to change. But you don't think nothing has to change. What do you fight with your wife about? I'm just curious. I'm not even going to analyze you. But what do you? I'm just curious. What's your recurring fight? Because couples fight about one thing constantly. What is it?
She wants to go. Here's a new one.
Ooh, what?
Last night, she goes, there's two things I want to go to this week. And I said, all right, by all means, tell me what you would like to do.
By the way, Ethan, I guarantee that was not the tone of voice. Guaranteed it was like, oh my God, this one's talking to me. I got to watch the TV. I can't stand her. Okay, go ahead.
Both things had nothing to do with me. Did not include me.
She said,
I'm home. She's out.
Good.
I'm with the kids. That's that.
She needs alone time.
Of course. Everybody needs alone time.
Well, you don't need any. You're sitting in the studio. Being with Ethan's pretty much like being alone.
But I actually...
I'm kidding with you. You know I like you a lot more than I
But
like
he's with me on this. I'd rather be with her than go out and be alone. We don't go hang out with guys.
Well, listen. Here's the fact. She clearly doesn't like you as much as you like her. Open your eyes to it, dummy. Figure your life out. You're dissatisfying her in some way. Did you say, honey, is it something I said or did? Did you go there, or did you pout like a little girl?
I pouted.
See, that's not good.
I pouted.
You should say to her, well, that kind of hurts a little bit. Have you ever said to your wife that kind of... What?
I don't care for that sentence.
I don't care for that sentence. Thank you, Downton Abbey dummy. If you don't care for the sentence, you got to say it. I'm sorry. Because look, we go to
Can you see how uncomfortable I am? This is worse.
I don't care. It's fantastic.
This is worse than when somebody plays guitar in here. When somebody plays guitar in here, I have to leave. I can't be in the room.
Is it just because... How about the guy who takes a guitar to the beach?
No. That guy's sitting right next to you. Yeah. His name is Ethan Carey.
I don't take the guitar to the beach.
Maybe we'll talk about him in a different show.
Man, I turned it around in a hurry.
No,
huh?
but
I got it off
not
me.
so fast.
No, I got it off me.
But the last thing I'm going to say is
Let's
this.
do Ramon.
No, Ramon's fantastic. He's a perfect man. He's perfect in every way. No stolen cameras. It's good. How I feel about you is this. Men and even a lot of women, especially ball busters like me, will never go, wow, I feel kind of pushed aside by you, honey. And so we'll go to anger and we'll have a beer or, in my case, 3 cakes. And then you're like, oh, what did I just do? My marriage is dissolving because I'm not telling the truth. You never tell her you're sad?
No.
That's interesting.
I'm sad right now. I feel like I should call her. You're making me so uncomfortable.
Well, you know what? See, I've driven you back to your wife. And what kind of crappy things is she going to that you're not invited to? I'd love to hear that.
He doesn't want to go with her anywhere.
That's not true.
Well, no, but you don't want to.
Do you want to know
she's
what?
a woman.
Yeah,
she's a woman, so
yeah,
she likes to.
Do you know what one of them is?
She likes to yenter it up with these.
Do you know what one of them is?
Oh, I don't.
One of these positivity clinics.
Well, this is fantastic. She knows you're negative and you won't go internally. And guess what's going to happen? If you don't start getting on board, she's going to find some stinky yoga patchouli guy with a freaking yoga position.
Yeah.
And he's going to try to coach her into that position. Downward dog.
He's going to be a lot more flexible, I'll tell you that.
Lose out. Suddenly yoga stinky patchouli is in. So I say to you, I love that she's going to a positivity thing.
Oh, yeah, she loves that stuff.
Well, tell her to come to my workshop.
I will.
Shameless plug. January 26th in Hamden. She can come for free.
Right.
Other people could come at a discount. By the way, Ethan, I created a discount for your listeners. That's just simply Ethan. So I did not put Ethan in lieu.
It's a promo code. And you left me out.
No,
right.
Well, hey, come on. It is what it is. I know him a long time, and your listeners aren't that smart that they would be able to figure out 2 names. So if you go to my website and you go to the ticket link for my workshop on January 26th, type in Ethan, and it's half off. And if you can't spell Ethan, don't come to my workshop.
Does the Ridgefield Playhouse know this?
No, that's not for the Ridgefield show. This is for my workshop.
Ridgefield is in April, by the way.
Ridgefield's going to happen. That's going to sell out no matter what. April 11th. I'm going to come there. I'm going to hang out. Have your wife come in. It's very positive. I'll yenta it up with her.
Yeah.
Is she a Jew broad or she's Italian?
No, she's Dominican.
Oh, well, we'll talk
what is the
I'm just kidding. No, I like that she's probably going to leave you and you're going to have to learn.
Wow. All right. Look at the time. It's time to go to the break, ladies and gentlemen.
I love Ethan, man.
8:26. We should probably hear from Erica.
Yeah, no.
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 Back in a few minutes.